What up, everybody?
Wet ass furries with deep wet pussies! The fuck? Fuck!
Psych!
Joe Biden, wake up.
We are live. We are the Clout Route Morning Show. Uh-oh.
Bruh.
Titties.
Psych! Doinks!
Tucker, don't make me your okay?
One is a woman.
No, it's tuna juice, and it's made for finches, but humans can drink it too.
Whoa.
Just posting out all the links as per usual.
You take a woman before getting fucked and after, she will be thinking better, not good.
I shouldn't have even fucking done that, but I was just like, fuck this bitch.
I shouldn't have done that, but I was like, fuck that bitch.
I shouldn't have even fucking done that, but I was just like, fuck this bitch.
Well, fuck this bitch. Well, fuck this bitch.
Well, God, you know.
Hello, everybody. It is the Cloud Route Morning Show 12, which would be 13 if I didn't get stood up by Jalen. Fucking Jalen stood me the fuck up. So, yes, episode 12. Wow. Hope everyone is doing great this morning.
What rules, you sons of bitches?
Fuck you, Dan.
Yep, I needed that. Fuck you, Dan. Somebody needs to tell me. I feel like a lot of people are going to be saying fuck you, Dan, after today's episode. Maybe, I don't know. That's not what I'm going for, but that might be what happens, unfortunately, because today I'm going to cough really loud into the mic over and over again and see how many people decide to turn into the next episode after I did a whole entire episode of just coughing straight into the mic. I got to get a drink of water first, though. No.
Up yours, woke moralists. We'll see who cancels who.
Psych!
We are talking about this community that I don't know if I'm a part of or not, or have stumbled into or not, or who qualifies to be in this community, or how you get inducted, or if you just got to claim it, or what it is. But one way or another, there's this commentary community. Ooh, big fun guys that exist a lot on Twitter, mostly on Twitter, doing spurgy, crazy shit, but YouTube as well, you know, whatever. These are the people that I'm going to talk about that are the YouTubers, the Twitter users that decide to evolve out of just Twitter users into commentary creators, commentary community people. Now, where I first start with it is like, how are you a part of this? How does one become commentary community? Now, I hope chat can kind of explain it to me as I go along, if any of you are actually aware of how you get inducted. But this commentary community, and what I mean by that is people online that, one way or another, it's the same people that talk about Ethan Klein. It's the same people that talk about Keemstar. It's the same people that talk about anyone who orbits either one of them, that deal in YouTube drama. Commentary community, okay? Now, I don't know if I'm a part of it or not, but there are people online making assumptions about Kevin and I because of, who I've talked to in this community or who I somehow associate with myself with in this community. And what I want to do today, because I don't think that me and Kevin are part of commentary community. I mean, we do talk about these people sometimes. I run into these people sometimes. But I feel like on the podcast especially, we talk about all kinds of things. It's any internet creator. It's all internet-y bullshit, essentially. But talk about some news, some politics, blah, blah, blah. Really anything we want to, but definitely not exclusively commentary community. And I know some people are probably even confused as to what that even is, means, whatever. We're going to get into it. These are the kind of people that say they are commentary community. Now, I'm looking in the chat, and Poland Spring says, Danny is in the commentary community now. So, am I? You could have still done the show and chose not to, like a quitter. You could have still done the show and chose not to, like a quitter. I'm not really sure what Poland is talking about here. Oh, well, maybe she's referring to how earlier in the week I was going to do some commentary community style. Some people from the commentary community were going to talk on stream, and then some people explained to me situations, and I decided not to do that. This is the way I want to tackle some of that stuff. Some of the stuff that I did want to talk about with like CJ Browne and Hujan, two commentary community people, associated with. I don't know. Just like me. I don't know who's in it or who's not. Anyways, let's go. Let's talk about some of these people instead of me droning on and on and on. One of the people is
Wet-ass furries with deep, wet pussies! A fox pussy cock, man!
One of the people is Bo Blacks. Bo Blacks I wouldn't really... Oh, Fluffy says, when Jalen skipped out on me, I could have just did an episode, but I flagged. So good point. I can't blame it on anyone else but myself. I decided no episode that day. 20 minutes. If I would have prepared an episode beforehand, expecting somebody not to be there, I should have. I'm growing as a creator here. Should have had a backup plan. I didn't. Damn.
Joe Biden, wake up.
Wet ass P word.
So that's my bad. Okay. Anyways, let's talk about some of these people that I want to talk about and commentary community. Now, like the people that I think most average viewers of us are familiar with. You could start with people like Keemstar. Okay. Keemstar is a commentary community guy. Ethan is a commentary community guy. Now, I didn't bother pulling up Ethan's page or anything so that we could all see what H3 is about if he's commentary community. But Keemstar, I guess, is commentary community. They talk about worthless nonsense. I mean, is that how we categorize it? If you talk about H3, if you make fun of weirdos online like Boogie and Xylie and see, I'm already doing it. I'm already saying weirdos online. But anyways, like this is the kind of content we're talking about. Commentary community content. This. Okay? Keemstar is probably one of the more well-known ones, just like Bobby and that clip I keep playing over and over again of him saying wet-ass P-words, whatever. Poland says, I've noticed that the general public considers Danny Gonzalez and Cody Ko to be the commentary community, but the mentally ill considers Xylie and them to be commentary community. So that's the thing is like, yeah, maybe if you asked a normal person that isn't poison, his head isn't poisoned like mine, and like who's the commentary community, they might say Danny Gonzalez, Cody Ko, Drew Gooden, who's the one that used to do the show with Gus Johnson before he got canceled? Eddie Burback. You know, those are all commentary people too. But that's like, it's just the volume of volatility is turned up to a different degree. If you know who Danny Gonzalez is, or if you know who Drew Gooden is, imagine that where they like talk about somebody and they kind of rib the subject and laugh and here and there, make some funny jokes, yada yada. Imagine turning up like the hostility, the toxicity, the shit talking, like up 100% from that. And that is like just a regular commentary, this kind of commentary community person. Now, I would argue Keemstar's like, you would have to spin the volume dial around so many times that I couldn't tell you what the amplification is there. Keemstar's way worse than them. And it gets worse with some of these people. Some of these people are worse than Keemstar, They all have their varying degrees. But you might know Keemstar. So my objective in this stream is to say where I'm at with whoever this commentary person is, so that from now on, when there are any interactions with the Clout Route podcast, where do I stand on so-and-so? Do I hate them? Am I friends with them? Whatever the case may be, I'm going to try to settle all this now. And if anybody wants to say like, oh, you're a fucking... I work undercover for CJ Browne. I don't. And he doesn't work for me either. But I want to clear things like that up. That are funny things, I guess, whatever. But people are so confused and get so opinionated and passionate about somebody just being associated with certain characters in this little community that I feel like it's necessary for me to say all of this. Andy Zucchini says, Danny needs to see the Xylie remix Pest made. If here's what we'll do. If Doggo is out there in the chat, if you can send a clip to Doggo, send a remix to Doggo, vet it there. Doggo can send me a link, and I will know that I'm not getting sent a big giant dong. Now, Andy, I don't think you'd send me a big giant dong, but if you do it that way, it'll just be easier for me to find it. So, continuing on, commentary community, if you're following Keemstar and me, I'm chill with Keemstar. It's not like that I would ever I would not want to be friends with him. Definitely not. I'd go on a show to talk shit. I'd talk shit with him, at him, about him, whatever you want to do. I'm not particularly a fan of Keemstar. He has embarrassed himself over the years over and over and over again. I think that maybe he's like inching over the hill where he's going to stop being so crazy and nasty and have terrible opinions. He's old. He's getting older, so I don't know. I think he's getting rid of some of that volatility, hopefully. But Keemstar, if Keemstar wants to invite old Clout Route to have some fun, we would love to. But in terms of do I like Keemstar? No. I would not watch Keemstar. He blocked me on Twitter, so fuck him anyways. I mean, Keemstar, nah. I'm not down. So, starting there, you can kind of start to shape your idea of what commentary community is on YouTube. Keemstar is a big fish, and I don't like him. Going on from Keemstar, it's going to start getting, more convoluted, and then maybe back to less convoluted, to more, to less. Some of these people are nobodies. Some of these people are somebodies. Some of these people exist in this commentary community, and that's it. And we're about to get into some of them, and I'm going to give you my little opinion. And whenever they hear it, then they can know how I feel about them, and maybe we can talk at some point. These commentary community people like to talk, so hopefully anybody that doesn't receive hostility from me can reach out, and we can talk. Even if they do, we can talk. I mean, I'm fine to talk to people that I don't like, too. But let's start with old girl. Is that appropriate? Is that endearing at all? I don't know. Old girl Xylie gets real. I guess she gets real. Sometimes she gets real. She plays Destiny, which is partly the reason why I'm doing this episode, because it was a very easy one for me to put together, because all I had to do is get a bunch of Twitters and a bunch of people's names and say, okay, I can shit talk them as we go along. Destiny has put me behind on my podcast work, I have to admit. The new stuff just came out, so I hope Xylie's having fun with Destiny. I'll wish her that. Aside from that, she's the co-host of the broadcast. Ooh, that's like, I I don't know what the hell it's supposed to be. Is it supposed to be now recording, but it's women instead of dudes? That doesn't sound good. We'll get into now recording and what I think about those guys later. But Xylie, okay? Xylie, she's this older lady. She's very controversial. A lot of people take issue with what she says, and I mean, a lot of people take some pot shots about how she looks. I guess I won't go there, but she's had a long life, I will say, that Xylie. I think she's an interesting woman. And I would love to talk to her sometime. So I don't hate her per se. Well, no. I mean, I don't even like the way I said that. I don't hate Xylie. Xylie gets real. She sometimes gets real. She pops off. She fucking does. She gives her a strong opinion no matter what it is. And I guess her controversy right now is the other day. Let me pop in Discord real quick. I think I might have gotten a link. Oh, God. Here, let's see if everybody can hear this.
Grab my tits and say, fucking bring it.
Grab my tits and say, fucking bring it. That's what Xylie says. I don't know if everybody could hear that very well. Here, I'll start from the beginning and turn it up a little louder. Chat, tell me if you can hear.
Grab my tits.
That might be too loud. Holy shit.
Grab my tits and say, fucking bring it. Like a grown-ass fucking woman.
I mean, that's kind of like the pitch has shifted a little bit. Like, she sounds deep there. That's a lot of cigarettes. Somebody put a lot of cigarettes into that edit. But, too loud, yeah. Xylie can be too loud just existing, so. Anyways, Xylie gets real. Her controversy right now is that I guess she had a stream the other day where she said some shit about Edwin. Blah, blah, blah. Edwin's another commentary dude. Homeboy Edwin that we'll get into. He's the next guy. But Xylie, let's see if I can find this clip for you, or at least her explanation, not the clip. But here we are. The tweet in question when talking about Xylie. Mistakes made in my stream. Going too hard on Repzilla. Repzilla is a commentary guy that was vouching for Edwin, I guess, or at least fighting for Edwin, or whatever, however you want to say. How I treated beavers. If it's the same guy, I think it is another commentary guy that's later on and now recording. See how convoluted all this is? She's one of the more convoluted ones. Getting too personal with the story about Babs and Edwin. Now, this is the crux of the story with Homeboy Edwin and how he's a sex pest with Salvo. We've talked about it before on the show. Xylie was very vocal about it on her show and about him, and maybe had said things like sexual assault or made things seem like they were sexual assault when they weren't. You know, I'm not going to watch a whole fucking Xylie stream, 6 hours of her screaming most of the time. I mean, I'm not. So, what do I have to say about Xylie? I wish I had, besides that fucking edited loud clip there, I mean, I wish I had something better to show you in terms of what Xylie has to say a lot of the times. But, I don't know why I didn't pull her YouTube up. Let's go to her YouTube, because I'll give her a chance here. I want everybody to hear exactly who we're talking about when it is Xylie gets real. I think she like privates a lot of her shit though. Look at this though, 5.78K subscribers, not too bad. So I mean, we're more obscure than them. When her, you know, and a lot of these people too, by the way. Yeah, I mean, I'm talking shit about these guys. At least they've got pretty decent followings. You know, the videos don't do too wild. I mean, 580 views, not that crazy. But anyways, again, here we can take a peek at commentary community thumbnails, just like we did with Keemstar. Here you go. We're talking about the latest drama here, there, everywhere. that's the kind of shit Xylie does. Talk about the drama online. Kind of what we do, you know, same kind of shit. She's very spread out in terms of what she talks about, but then again, she narrows into things like Edwin's shitty stream. Edwin is a liar. Tipster looks at Lolly. Shit like that. You know, right now I'm doing a stream talking about all these commentary guys, but typically this would be like I would look at a clip where they said something stupid and I would move on. Like, I'm not covering any of these people. Though, Edwin, Tipster, Xylie, whoever wants to come on for an interview, then we can cover you. That's fine. I'll talk to you then. But that's fun because then we can shoot the shit and I don't have to just talk shit about the kind of content you make. But Xylie, I watched some of this the other day, and this whole big chunk at the beginning with the music and the yada yada, I hate it. I hate when people play music at the beginning, just like I did today. I hate it. At least I'm on screen. I get that it's a distraction, you know, so at least I'm here like dancing for you and doing something myself, pushing some buttons, you know, while I'm playing music. But some of these commentary people play music over the top and they like talk underneath whatever. I know none of them show their faces, so it's whatever, but I hate the fucking starting soon screen with music playing. Nah. There's nothing there. I don't need that. Just start when you're ready to start, okay? I mean, by God. Start when you...
I thought the bitch was white!
That's the path. You know, Roseanne is a very relatable Xylie, you know, analog, I feel like. Xylie, Roseanne, kind of very similar. I feel like Xylie would say things like...
Ask what is a woman? They don't know that.
Maybe I'm putting words in Xylie's mouth, but let's get to a point where, like, Xylie is talking some shit. So she's watching Edwin's stream. This is Edwin coming back the other day after being gone for so long because of the Salvo controversy. Well, more than that.
So it was a common insistence.
She's got...
Yeah. I understand.
You understood that she told Repzilla that she did not tell Edwin that, right?
Right.
Now, this is just a random drop.
To tell Edwin, like, he's actually baffling my mind right now. He wanted me to go on and help Edwin with Olivia to make his response video. And I said, I'm not doing...
He wanted her to go on...
We don't need to know the context of what she's talking about. There's her voice. The context is, guess what? Irrelevant ass commentary bullshit. So if you want this and you want a commentary community person that sounds like this and has no holds bar kind of thing, I guess Xylie's your woman. Not my content that I would typically watch. Will I talk with her? Sure, why not? Xylie, keep doing your thing. Keep smoking your vape. She corrected me. No more cigarettes. It's the vape, I think. Oh, well, who cares? Xylie. I wrote, very opinionated, loud, confrontational, older woman. That's my description for Xylie. Xylie, I only mentioned at the top because she's the one that got in the most recent drama. People gave her real big heat for going on this 6-hour stream talking about all this Edwin shit and going maybe going overboard about it all, I guess. I don't know. I don't know what you would say, but Xylie gets real. Guess what? The Clout route, we're on fine terms with Xylie gets real as long as she doesn't block me or something for saying something snarky. Jokes here, people. It's just jokes. Edwin. Homeboy Edwin. Mr. Edwin Costa. What's the other? Edwin Generations. I mean, this guy's got a bunch of different YouTube channels. 2 different YouTube channels, I guess, where he plays around. Here, I can exit out of Xylie now because nobody cares. And we will bring up our boy Edwin as soon as I can get my shit together. Boom. Edwin, okay? Edwin is the guy that's in the picture with Salvo where... Ooh, let me just pull it up. The picture with Salvo where there's nipples exposed and other things. I'm not even going to pull it up, actually. It kind of disgusts me, and we'll probably stumble upon it at some point. But Edwin, this guy, Edwin, there should be a good picture of him somewhere. Here you go. He posted that. We'll probably see more of him. So he says this recently. It's fucking disgusting how wild the rumors continued to escalate in the past 2 months. The rumors associating with him and Salvo and the lady they had in the car with him, Babs, and he just lied a bunch about the whole situation. I don't really know why. When he was trying to be forthcoming, he got caught in a bunch of lies. Dumb. Mr. Edwin actually is a big YouTuber before all this. So, like, before he gets into all this dumbass Salvo drama with and being inappropriate with women, he did content like mindless self-indulgent singer sued for grooming 15-year-old, or what was some of the other things? Onision. He did a bunch of hit pieces on Onision talking about how he's inappropriate with women. Marilyn Manson. Those are some of his bigger videos there talking about, you know. Let's look up Edwin. I can do this. Edwin, and see, I was struggling to pull up Edwin stuff because you got Homeboy Edwin, which is where he does all of his stuff now, which used to be called Homeboy Got Receipts or something. Homeboy Edwin. Other channel is Edwin Generations. It's so fucked. It's so many different fucking things. So here we are. Homeboy Edwin. 44K subscribers. His other account has more. I don't know why he switched over to this one where he does this stuff now. But you can look at his popular stuff. Onision, Creepshow Art, Keemstar Repsion, Confrontation, yada yada. So, like, not only does he orbit these commentary people and talk to them a lot, but his big thing was exposing sexual activity between fans and creators and whatnot. And then, he gets caught up in a Salvo and another woman thing, infidelity bullshit. And, I mean, who knows what else they're accusing him of online. But, look, dude, he gets so much heat because he was the guy that exposes these sex pest people. And then now he's getting exposed as one. So, like, what do you think? Yeah, people are going to give you a bunch of shit because that was your content and now you're seeming hypocritical. Yes, you're going to be a big subject of scrutiny. Now, where does the Clout route stand with Homeboy Edwin? Well, I don't like or condone hanging out with Salvo or doing any of the dirty things he did and treating women wrong. No more glasses indoors. I'm sorry, Hujan. There's two things that I like to say about why I like to wear the sunglasses indoors. First off is my eyeballs have a hard time adjusting to these lights. We have studio lights, and they're bright as shit. They make me hot, and they hurt my eyes. And sometimes I smoke a couple things legally before I get on the show, and the eyes, you know, they may be a little low. They may be a little red. Sometimes people laugh at you when you do that. So I tend to just go with the glasses and be like, look, I just wear sunglasses indoors. Laugh at that, not at my chronically high eyes. Anyways, let's look at chat before I go any further, but I do want to end the note with Edwin. Guess what? Don't approve Salvo stuff. Don't approve mistreating women or the infidelity stuff or lying about Salvo's situation with his wife, saying you guys didn't do anything, and then I hear like licking toes and wieners are out and yada yada. It's all a convoluted thing. If you want to get into the nitty gritty with Homeboy Edwin, go right ahead. There's a lot of drama to pass over there. I mean, I'm sure if you want to get into some not petty, but like low, just little, it's just like these small creators online getting into all this controversy. Edwin has got himself into quite the shit show here, and he keeps getting it worse and worse. I would love to talk to Edwin on the show. Love to kind of converse about this whole situation. Maybe I could get him to say something positive and not like, it seems when he goes out there by himself, he fucking fumbles and ends up either saying, maybe he does mean everything he says. I don't know, but it just seems like a lot of times he says some stuff that he doesn't necessarily mean, and then he gets himself in a lot of trouble. I don't know the read on Edwin and whether oh wow, and then he has another YouTube channel, Edwin and Mina, and this is the person that so this is part of the controversy too, right? Is because like he broke up with her that he was publicly online with and did the show with, his show. And then that's when all this controversy happened with Savo and stuff after that, I guess. Look, now we're starting to get into the nitty gritty of somebody's relationship, which I really think is weird. So ultimately, I'm just speaking on him and his involvement with the commentary community. He's gotten himself into some shit, looking a little hypocritical lately. Edwin, he's an all right for me, I guess, as in terms of like, I would talk to him. I'm not hostile towards him. Do I approve of what he does? Not particularly. Anyways, moving on. Edwin, good Edwin. Edwin, if you ever want to come on the Clout Ride, just let me know, baby. I'll talk to you. And I'll help you maybe sort through some of this stuff and maybe get your head straight on what you want to actually say about all of the things that have unfolded over the past couple months. I don't know. Hit me up, dude. Anyways, moving on. CJ Browne. And I saw him in chat. Huge, my boy, huge. Hujan, I don't know how to say it. Whatever. Twitter geek. Shitter geek on Twitter. Funnily enough, I saw him in chat. He is Twitter geek in chat. Look, the CJ Browne and the Hujan thing, I heard from both parties. I at one point was interested. Maybe we could all have a conversation. But once both parties tell me certain things, and I learn a little bit more about the whole situation, the conversation to be had wasn't there. So CJ Browne is a content creator. He's been on the show before, I guess, inadvertently. We had Luke, his friend, on the show for an episode. We did that. He accused CJ and Parking Tigers, to two guys that, you know, are SNT, Salvo News Team, commentary dwellers, whatever you want to call them. They were all on the show. I met them through the Salvo thing. These are guys that, you know, I've had jokes with in the past. They're fun. I mean, you know, we can have fun sometimes. Sometimes, you know, maybe I don't approve of what they do. Or, you know, not even maybe. Sometimes I don't approve of what they do or how they do it. I mean, that's the same with anybody. I don't approve of... they're their own person. I'm my own person. Sometimes I wouldn't do things the same way, and I wouldn't go as far with some jokes or whatever you want to say. Anyways, the whole drama on Twitter between CJ, PT, huge, whatever, stale. I'm not into it. I don't really feel like covering it. It's a nothing burger. But I will say, for CJ as a content creator, he, you know what, if you're into CJ's stuff, he's on Kick now, so there you go. Shouts out to CJ's Kick. I really feel, CJ, keep doing what you're doing. You know, you guys have your own way of joking around and doing your content, and I might not always agree or want to participate in that, but keep doing your thing. I don't want you to really stream snipe us anymore. That is a reason why I kind of don't really want to participate in content with you either. I mean, you watch my stream on your stream to laugh at us, which is whatever. It's kind of funny, whatever. I laugh at it, but, you know, as I said, sometimes things are a little too far. It is what it is. Friendly vibes I'm trying to give. I haven't hated on anyone entirely too hard yet. And CJ wasn't going to be the guy that I decided to, like, you know, I'm aware of the kind of things CJ does online. CJ has a YouTube channel where he streams stuff. Over the, you know, past couple of months, look, take over the Clout route. There you go. Or actually, I don't have the screen showing. Sorry. Take over the Clout route. There you go. One of CJ's most recent videos. But yeah, he talks about different people in their community and whatever. I'm not into the whole. Andy has his picture with his wife in the background picking her nose. It's kind of funny. Has his little header there, but I'm not into the same kind of content. I'm not into the specific targeting people in the community. I'm not into like the I don't know what you would call it, continued engagement with a person until they fucking shit their pants and freak out. But that's what CJ does. So, you know, do your thing. Hujan, huge. I've been endearingly nicknamed. Huge does all kinds of content. Huge. I couldn't nail him to commentary community. You know what I mean? He doesn't do, it's not commentary community that he just does. Most recently, he has delved into different commentary things. Why can't I find his? I can't find his YouTube page, but you know, technical difficulties here always. Twitter geek is what it is. There it is. Anyways, let me pull it up. Here we are. Hujan, huge Twitter geek, shitter geek, whatever you want to call him. Recently, you can see on here, if we look, some commentary things. Obviously, he's got some Parking Tiger stuff. So if you want to hear some more on the whole Parking Tiger situation and why, I mean, maybe not why I don't want to talk to them or don't want to associate with them, because I didn't say that, but you know, this is more information on their whole drama is what I mean. Same thing with Embergate. There's more Salvo stuff. Slug, you know, another person in the community that's pretty interesting. Tipster Dioria. So does commentary stuff, but religion, my opinion on why I think it's not real. So there's a religion video there that he did, or borderline personality disorder stigma. I don't know if that might have something to do with the commentary community, but you know, I mean, needless to say, he does all different kinds of content, not just a commentary guy. So I have no problem with saying friendly with Huge. I'd do a show with him, shoot the shit, you know how it goes. Not a bad guy. He does some commentary stuff, and you can judge that. But in terms of his other content, not bad. So let's move on. CJ, Huge, the Clout route is fine with y'all, and I hope you both continue to make content, fun content for us all to view. Let's look at chat. And then we'll move on to some more commentary creators that I'm going to talk about. Let's see. Let's say hi to everybody. Hi, Andy. Hi, Peggy at the beginning. I think that's Peggy. Hi, August Child. Hi, Fluffy. Hi, Doggo. Hi, Twitter Geek. And hi, anybody that I missed somewhere in there. Vault Wander. Some of the stuff you guys are talking about. It's Danny time. Yes, it is. Just me, baby. I already read Fluffy's whole description of the commentary community and how the mentally ill consider Xylie to be the commentary community. That, you know, there may be something to that. I don't know. I will say some of these people, and especially on this later half of the list, and Xylie might be included in that. Some of these people I don't know. I could never. I mean, God bless them for doing 6 hours of content, but I'm never going to watch 6 hours of content ever. And am I going to parse through your 6 hour thing? I mean, you better have some good timestamps, because I don't give a fuck about 6 hours of gameplay on top of blah, blah, blah. Boblox did this. Xylie smokes cigarettes and Tipster sucks. He likes Lolly. You know, I don't care about all that over 6 hours. Holy shit. Anyways. Danny needs to see the Xylie remix Pest Made. I did that. Let's see. The sound clip is obscene. It is. Accusing people of SA is not just an I'm sorry moment, or at least I wouldn't accept that apology if I was Salvo and Edwin. So, right, he's referring to the Xylie thing, and the heat that she's getting is that she kind of went a little far with the whole accusatory. It's SA, it's this, it's that, whatever. When in fact, like, who knows what the truth is in that whole situation and the car ride from hell where Salvo's licking feet and jerking and whatever else. Ew. And Edwin's watching, I guess. The cuckening is how Xylie termed it. Well, yeah, whatever. So, yeah, I don't think Huge is wrong there. Accusing people of SA is not just an I'm sorry moment. I mean, Xylie may have went a little too far. You might have to explain yourself a little bit there, or at least apologize and try to move on from it, whatever. Accusing women of being a man in an relationship is not just an I'm sorry moment. I'm not sure in reference to what that is, Fluffy, but don't go accusing people of being. Don't misgender people. It's not a good thing. Don't accuse people of being a gender they wouldn't want to be referred to as. Yeah, generally speaking, don't do things that people don't want you to do to them. I don't know. Yeah, so Twitter Geek calling me out on the sunglasses. The sunglasses are off, okay? My eyes. It's all comedy, folks, Andy says. Misgender when you have no evidence is a telling moment. A pretty telling moment, maybe. I don't know. Let's see. The Edwin and Mina channel. Ew. I hate the lights, and I totally get that, August Child says. See, you're getting me. Like, sometimes this shit's bright and hot. I mean, to get it so you can see my fair skin, I had to crank these lights up so that the skin blasts that bright light back at you, because Lord knows I'm just like a fucking bouncing board for all the my pale skin is a bouncing board for all this light. Danny wears the sunglasses to look like Andrew Tate. It's also why he shaves his head. I haven't shaved my head in a while because I'm in prison just like Andrew Tate, and I wear my sunglasses indoor, to look like Andrew Tate. Does he always wear? Yeah, I guess he does always wear sunglasses. I don't always. I take them off sometimes. Sometimes I don't even have them on. Initially, I usually do. It's just the initial blast, man. Like, you go from normal lights, or in my case, because I'm a cave dweller, no lights. I mean, I not only have blackout dividers, but curtains and everything. So it's like blacked out entirely. Black.com in here. So it goes from being dark to light quick, and it hurts. Let's see. Edwin's working on a video, I hope. Thanks for the shout out. No problem. That's why I stream in the dark like a ghoul. August Child says, yes, I like to stream in the dark as well. 6-hour streams are crazy too. Danny knows what I was referring to as in too afraid to have an opinion on it. Okay, see. That's what I mean. I need to be more prepared because I do not know what Fluffy's talking about, and now I'm getting shit on in chat because I don't know what she's referring to. So here you go. That's what I get for playing Destiny for a couple days and not being on it 100%. I don't know what the hell anyone's talking about, and no one knows what I'm talking about either, probably. So let's move on. Now recording another fucking podcast, another commentary fuckery. I mean, here we go, baby. Let's exit out of Huge. Shouts out to Huge and moves on to, I'm not necessarily shouting now recording out, by the way, but now recording, okay? Now, this was a rant that I've been wanting to get into. Maybe they'll ask me on their show after I fucking say all this, because they have before. But my biggest thing with now recording, first off, they're a commentary talk show, essentially. You can basically chalk it up to, these are 5 guys on Discord, okay, that do a Discord call, voice call together, record it, and sometimes they invite other people into the Discord call. Sometimes those other people happen to be like a Xylie that we've talked about, or a Tipster that we've talked about before, or a Keemstar, or an Edwin, or, I mean, God forbid he has CJ Browne on. Just kidding. Anyways, now recording consists of like 5 guys, and it's Toxic Piplup. Try to say that 10 times fast. This guy right here. So you see the Pokemon looking guy. Yeah, that's one of them. So that's how you remember that guy. He's the Pokemon looking one. I also distinguish him from the group by he's the one that used to host our YouTube shows. And now he doesn't. Now it's on its own page. That's a good idea because it was very convoluted to try to find your shit when it was on Toxic Piplup. And that's it. What the fuck? Anyways, Toxic Piplup. Matt Pitt here in the middle. Notoriously no leg. Missing a leg, okay? Missing a leg. We've talked about him before. Matt Pitt is like the guy that works for free on every shitty podcast online. Not ours, though. I don't have enough clout yet, but anyone that has like a 1K or more subscribers, that's a commentary community, Matt Pitt will work free, okay? Free. He'll make full-ass documents for you. He'll get all your guests ready. And then he even does his show on the side. So Jesus Christ, Matt Pitt, you have a lot of time to spend on commentary bullshit. God, dude, I feel sorry for you. Anyways, Matt Pitt. Then we've got DMaxHS on Twitter, which is this guy right beside Matt Pitt in the red. Nondescript nerd. Okay, moving on. Shockmouth. I guess he has his own podcast. He's over here on the left with the hat. He's got the hat, so you can remember him by the hat. And I guess this guy, I'm guessing if his podcast is called Shockmouth, that he talks a little more shit than the rest of them. So you can differentiate him by that. Another shit talker. Wow. Last but not least is Beavers McWood. Total ripoff of Angry Beavers. He's stolen the avatar and rolled with it. I guess so has Toxic Piplup. Now he looks like a Nazi version of Piplup, and this is a pretty tame, horny version of the Angry Beavers guy. Look, I just spent all this time explaining these fucking dudes' avatars up top. This is the only indication that you'll get of who's talking or how this podcast work. I mean, you can click on some of these, and like most of the time, I can't even tell what's going on. Well, first off, it's all commentary shows, so you can see the thumbnails there. We're looking at that. When I click on these,
now recording,
and they get started. Okay, so look, without any volume here, you've got this thumbnail. Okay, they've got the thumbnail right here, and I don't know if it changes as it goes along. No, it actually doesn't. So look, we are literally watching a podcast.
Oh, I was supposed to say hi?
Yeah, you're supposed to say hi.
I'm supposed to know.
That's the new thing now?
Yeah.
Who that is?
That's D-Max.
Howdy.
Okay.
I think Beavers and Mitch might be joining us later. But today with us.
So my point is that they're introducing these people or whatever, and maybe if you've watched it for the year that it's existed or however long, that you know who these people are individually. But I cannot click on one of these episodes and then tell you who's talking, who's who. There's 3 guests on at a time practically. So who's the people that are arguing and bitching at each other and getting all pissed? Because that's what they do. They have people from the commentary community onto their show with 5 hosts to argue and spurg. So it's essentially 8 people talking over each other as loudly as they can about, which commentary community guy has fucked up the most yet, in terms of diddling little children or touching women inappropriately or liking inappropriate art on Twitter or whatever the fucking case may be. I can never watch your show now recording. That's kind of why I don't want to go on your show. What the hell? You guys need to look. It's probably a lot of work, and you guys probably all have day jobs, so I get it. But I can't tell what the fuck you're talking about half the time, and I can't be bothered to parse through whose voice this is and whose voice that is half the time. Hell no. You gotta appear on camera, or I mean, I even thought that you did the little Discord bubbles and they would light up when you talk. I thought you did that on some episodes. Maybe you don't anymore. God damn, dude. Now recording, you got lots of problems, dude. All I have to say. And I'm just mainly shooting the shit, you know, talking shit for fun. But if you guys want to talk about it, yeah, have me on. Come on the Clout route. We'll talk about it. I'll give you more takes on what I think about your show. Maybe I'll do a little research. I just kind of have known of you guys for a while and thought it'd be funny to bring you up and shit talk a little bit, considering what I think about you. I don't watch Now Recording because it's too confusing. See, it's interesting. But yes, I think people agree with me that it's convoluted podcast. You have to know more than the average person to watch it. You can't just pick one up. But I would go on it and talk shit. I mean, I guess. It depends on what they expect out of me. If they expect me to, like, get into some kind of shouting match with somebody, they're not going to get that. But if it's like me versus Keemstar on, like, you know, if Ethan Klein is a pest, I'd argue about that, you know. Let's look at chat. Some of these people. Okay, so cool. We have some people that know Now Recording a little bit. Let's talk about it. No, that's not D-Max. D-Max isn't on the banner. So, okay, so when I showed nondescript nerd with the glasses, it was not D-Max. He was not on the banner. I don't know who that guy is either. See, there's like 10 of them. How do you even decide who's who? It's Core, apparently. Okay. Core is the guy with the nondescript nerd on the banner was Core. Okay. See, I'm telling you. Kia Cat says that was such a good show, though. So, I mean, that's the thing is that, yeah, they might have some good content buried in there somewhere. And I'm sure that they do. They have enough, like, notable people on to talk shit that they do. I'm sure. But you're never going to get somebody. You're going to get some people, but you're not going to get a lot of people to click on that and listen and even know what the fuck's going on. You got to try to make it more available to people, understandable to people. I mean, obviously I can figure it out if I really wanted to spend the time, who's who and what you're actually talking about. But look, it's a podcast I'm turning on. Like, just fucking help me out. Help me be a fan of you by fucking make a little more sense. Angry Beavers is based, though, Andy Zucchini says. So, okay, sure. Angry Beavers is, but like horny beaver dude from the podcast, I have no idea. Hello, everybody. Let's see. We've got saxophones. Maybe I can get Kevin to play sax sometime. We're going to try for it. Ember Lily says hello, Ember Lily. We were kind of inadvertently talking about you earlier. Nothing bad, but we were. You were in a video or something that I think I came across. Kia Cat says, I've listened to episodes and had no idea who any of the people fighting are. A lot of deep cuts. Yeah. Twitter Geek says, their interviews are great. I will give them that. Yeah, so I'm sure that a lot of this stuff is true. And, you know, I'm not hating on Now Recording that much. They get a lot of pulls, in my opinion. I think it has to do with Matt Pitt being the guy that does work for everybody for free. Like, he gets a lot of access to certain people. So, yeah, and they're very ballsy about going straight out. Matt Pitt will just straight up ask somebody, hey, do you want to be on the show? I think I was beefing with Tipster or something at one point, and I was just like, hey, do you want to come on the show and talk about it? Or whatever. I don't remember what the context was, but at the time, I wasn't involved with commentary at all. I mean, not really. Kind of, sort of. I talk shit about him on Twitter, but our show really didn't involve any of these commentary community people. So I didn't feel like going on, and I knew that my co-host would not want to talk about irrelevant ass commentary community people. Sorry, Tipster. Let's see. I was referring to Angry Beavers, but also no shade. Go Now Recording. It's good too. Mel B says some emojis. The emoji queen. Maggot Edit says D-Max is my favorite and Mitch is cool. Good to know. Mitch is the one. what is it called? The Spurgcast or whatever. The Shout Match. I can't remember what the fuck his podcast is. Mitch seems like one of the more opinionated of the bunch, so I'd probably like him more than the others. Let's see. Moving on. A lot of these are going to be rapid fire. I only planned on streaming for like an hour today, so we're coming to the end of that. So let's do some rapid fire takes here, okay? First rapid fire take, and some of these are hating, some of these are not. You know, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. First, Dead on Dave show. You know, I've watched a few. I've tuned in here and there. I know he's like a pawn store slinging dude. He does like card opening streams and stuff, which is appeals to the nerdy side of me, as well as has people on his show like Keemstar and like you know, I think he's been involved with commentary for so long that he knows these people like personally, old school. Let's pull up Dead on Dave. You can kind of see the stuff that he does. It's all commentary plus kind of like us. So, you know, he'll go from talking about, really his lives are probably better. Go from talking about people like Aiden Ross, Jake Paul fight, to Ghosty lying about, what was Ghosty's lie? My mom died. Not really. Not really. Which is, wow. See, that's the kind of people you deal with in commentary. Is like, the community is so niche that you get people like Ghosty, this guy. This stream says little white lie. His little white lie was that, oops, my mom died. And then personally DM'd a bunch of people and said, like, please feel bad for me and shit. And tried to garner as much sympathy as possible. And then came out and said, oops, I kind of feel bad. My mom didn't actually die. But anyways, you can see Dead on Dave talks about a lot of different stuff. The Pawn Stars style. He must work in a pawn shop or something, and he does all these openings and shit. Talks this commentary. I would love to talk with Dave. I think Dave's cool. He smokes weed and shit. Sounds like my type of guy. He's not like so deeply online. It seems like he has a life outside of commentary and YouTube, to where like his head isn't so far up the commentary community ass that it's so convoluted, kind of like these other guys. Like, I feel like Dead on Dave is one of those shows that anybody could pick up and watch. The difference between him and like a Xylie, okay, is that his is more accessible. I like Dave. Dave, I would love to come on and chat sometime. Shit, I would definitely love to have you come on and chat sometime if you wanted to. Would love to have a little Thursday morning interview with Dead on Dave. So anyways, let's continue. More. Tried to make this rapid fire. Next is Tommy C. I won't even bring up his Twitter because who cares? Honestly. I keep bringing up their Twitters, but you can find Tommy C on Twitter if you want to. Tommy C on YouTube. Another commentary guy. I think he's been around the block for a while too, which makes his content also a little more accessible. I'm pretty sure Old School was involved with like Keemstar, 10 years ago when I say Old School. In like Keemstar's other podcast days with fucking Baited and shit like that. Pretty sure Tommy worked with Keemstar back in the day. I think that doesn't really matter that much. It kind of just explains how he's gotten to where he's gotten. He does like I don't know if I would say like Howard Stern-esque. I don't know if Howard Stern's the right. He's an older guy talking shit on commentary in his arcade or whatever the hell he's got going on here. He seems like he's pretty down-to-earth fella. Another guy that maybe has a life, separate from this, or at least makes it seem that way, so he's not totally crazy drunk on commentary poison. My wife caught me with my girlfriend. Oh, that's embarrassing. That must be a joke. But anyways, Tommy C, another funny guy. I know that he has fucking Salvo on sometimes. That's the only gripe I have with the guy. Like, he covers all kinds of shit, just like I said with Dave. For some reason, he still decides to have Mr. Salvo on. Now, I realize that not everybody thinks that Salvo's like too crazy or whatever, but listen, I'll talk about Salvo now. He's a little later in the thing, but I was just going to talk shit anyways. My only gripe with Tommy C is that he has Salvo on, because Salvo should just be irrelevant at this point. Who the fuck cares? Dude, we can try to like parse out whether he was as bad as it was made out to be, or if everything he did was above board or not, whatever. This dude did content online, volatile content for a year, shitty stuff, talking about anybody that he came across badly. You know, he was always this inflammatory shit talker. So I never liked him in the first place. He always had bad takes that he said were jokes, whatever. That's their whole thing, is that it's jokes. It's all jokes or whatever, with this red bar stuff and the shtick he was copying. But he believed everything he said. He's a nasty fuck. And when all that stuff started coming out about him, and like he was doing deviant shit, like, yeah, maybe some of it's false and some of it's true, and you can't really decide which is which. But ultimately, we do know he cheated, or at least, I don't know if he cheated on his wife. Okay, let's say, because he says in his defense that they're separated, whatever. I don't know. He's just doing weirdo, creepy stuff, involved in weirdo, creepy stuff, and doesn't really seem to have a problem with it. He embraces it and loves it. So I'm over Salvo. He's disgusting. He's never been a fucking funny guy, dude. He's never been funny. That's the only reason I ever talked about him on the show, is because he got pushed by Def Noodles, and then I looked into his shit, and I'm like, oh, wow, this guy sucks ass. Sucks ass. And, you know, some of the people that, I can't say all of the people, because some of the people that worked for Salvo I like and I'm friends with, but some of the people that worked for Salvo are the ones responsible for all of his shit kicker jokes that I hated back in the day. So I don't know how to parse through that either, but, you know, either way, Salvo's a no for Clout Route. I don't give a fuck about Salvo. If he wants to come on so that I can talk shit about him, we'll do that. Tommy C, on the other hand, yes. I just wish he wouldn't platform disgusting fucking sausages that I could give a shit less about, but that's neither here nor there. We've got a couple more people to talk about. Let me grace the chat really quick. Let's see. Next level dog ate my homework. Christ. That's thank you, August Child. Kia Cat says, he seems like a genuinely nice person. Twitter Geek. Dead on Dave is just voiced opinions from now recording. Don't get me wrong. I love the guy. Great personality, but literally secondhand smoke. I had made reference to Xylie's secondhand smoke in a joke to Huge the other day. And he has used the phrase to refer to people regurgitating other people's opinions on their shows. So Dead on Dave being voiced opinions from now recording makes sense. I think Matt Pitt works with him too, so like a lot of that is going to overlap. I mean, sure, I don't know. If I had to choose whether I got the information from now recording or from Dead on Dave, I'd probably choose Dead on Dave because he's high and chill and not fucking, he's actually on camera and not fucking 8 spurgs on fucking mics that you can't tell who the fuck's talking to who. Parking Tigers, morning. What up, PT? Pest. Commentary guys are all the same, Danny. Yeah, you're right, Pest. And we listened to your Xylie drop earlier. Good one on that. Let's see. Andy Zucchini says, morning, Lord Parking. Hash says, Guten Morgen. Nice to see you, Hash. Pest, did Danny show your Xylie remix? Yeah, I did. Well, I didn't show it, like the picture, but I did play it, and it was funny. Just jokes and just asking questions are classic red flags. I agree, August. I mean, whenever anybody chalks it up to like, And Parking Tigers above that says it's all twisted projection with Salvo. That's just the worst part. Yeah, he was creepy, and all those jokes he made, yeah, about creeps were, yeah, his projection. I agree to some extent, yes. Like I said, I don't know what's fucking true and what's not. You can't, it's almost hard to parse through it all, but from what I understand, yeah, I agree with you. Just jokes, though, are classic red flag. I agree with that totally. Like, yeah, I say that sometimes. I'm joking, you know. Yeah, I'm joking a lot of the times. There's always a kernel of truth in jokes, too. But the bottom, I don't try to get out of everything by just saying these are all jokes. Like, I can own up to something that I truly think. And Salvo couldn't. That was his problem. It was all he acted like it was always jokes all the time, but really it was always him all the time. And he got to keep himself from trouble by saying it's always jokes all the time. Let's see. Pancakes are lame. Agreed. Let's see. We have got people going. Okay. We've got people smirking in the chat, so we will move on the doc. Appreciate all of you. Tipster was the next guy that I wanted to talk about. Tipster, I want to have on the show. I want to talk to Tipster. I wanted to have some menudo. I wanted to fucking talk about this. I mean, he was kind of talking shit about Edwin for a little bit. Oh, I'm not subscribed on this channel. He was talking shit about Edwin for a little bit, so I wanted to talk to him about Edwin. Then he got into some lolly trouble about that definitionally and whether he supports gross art or not online. I don't know where that all fell, and I mean, that could have been something we talked about, but just so Tippy, his e-mommies and all the people out, all the haters out there that just want the tip, you know, I'll talk to Tipster, whatever. He's like, Tipster is like the typical commentary guy. Like, definitionally, I feel like if I was going to put a face to small time commentary community, I mean, not saying that he's irrelevant or anything. 112K subscribers is good. I'm just saying, like, in the broad scheme of things, small time commentary, if we're talking Xylie, if we're talking Edwin, if we're talking Tipster, if we're talking Salvo, blah, blah, blah. Tipster is like the epitome of it, I guess. Gets himself into some shit sometimes with his opinions. He likes to talk shit about all of the people in the community as well as just random shit going on, you know. The news and stuff, just like me and Kev do. So Tipster's not a bad guy. Tipster, I'd love to come on the show. Tipster, you can come on our show. Don't ride too hard for pervy Twitter dwellers. I just will say that. But yeah, come on my show, or I'll come on yours. Let's do it. Don't flirt with me in the DMs. Let's just do it, baby. Last one that I'm going to bother looking at their YouTube page, because the rest of these people I'm kind of just, well, two more. Assistant Sailor. A new guy around, honestly. He's relatively small in comparison to the rest of them. Closer to us in terms of size than a lot of these people I've talked about so far. Assistant Sailor, I was first turned on to him by Clara on Twitter. She said she used to be friends with him. Or she said she's been a fan of him. That's what it was. She said she's been a fan of him for a little bit. Knew him. He's kind of under the radar guy. He's done a lot of interviews with, well, a lot, but he's done interviews with Salvo and Edwin after all of their drama. So if you want to hear some of that drama related shit, Assistant Sailor has had them all on his show, I think, just to talk shit. Assistant Sailor also is one of the people that kind of swiped the fireball idea from Salvo and ran with water ball and had people on to, you know, do the blood sports and games and bitch back and forth at each other. So Assistant Sailor, not bad in my book. He's an up-and-comer just like me. I like the guy. He doesn't seem too bad. Sometimes he gets caught in some shit. I mean, we all do. We're all, I mean, especially coming up like me and he is, you know. You get caught in some shit sometimes. You have a bad interview maybe. I haven't experienced that yet, thankfully, but, like, I'm also not going to have Salvo on to give me a disgusting interview either. So you play with the fire, you might get burned every once in a while. But Assistant Sailor, not a bad guy, I think. I'm interested in Waterball 2. If he does it again, I would suggest he does it a little earlier in the day so you don't have to be a cave dweller to want to do it. I mean, he scheduled it at 9 o'clock, but I wake up at 3 a.m. I know that's abnormal too, but 9 o'clock, that's like too late in the evening, man. Come on. Give me a break. Let's do like 5. If you give me like 5 o'clock start time, I mean, that shit lasts forever too. Like, come on. Don't do it that late. If you don't do it that late, I'll come on next time, Assistant Sailor. One last look at chat, and I'm going to do we'll look at Adam McIntyre too, who just shouted us out on his show a couple days ago. Adam McIntyre, if you don't know who he is, he's like a H3 drama cover. He did a lot of frenemies stuff. Cute little twink. He did an episode on us 5 days ago. Not an episode on us, an episode on me and my interaction with
Colton. So it's about
Steven.
51 minutes into it.
And he shouted me out and everything and showed my channel, so cool enough. Adam McIntyre, I guess you could call him commentary. I guess he's like, I mean, he's definitely no like tipster or anything like that. I would say, yeah, I don't know. The volume, the difference in like how they approach commentary is stark when it comes to like a tipster, a Xylie, and then like somebody like Adam McIntyre. He's more like a Trisha Paytas drama kind of guy. I feel like the other side of the coin, maybe. I don't know how to put it, but Adam McIntyre, thank you for shouting us out. I think it maybe got us like 5 subscribers. Not too bad. Not too shabby when you're only, a few like we have right now. 5 doesn't do too bad. I have nothing to shake a fucking stick at. Thank you, Adam McIntyre. Another commentary community guy. Yes, I like you. You seem all right. Yes, I would come on your show. Yes, you can come on our show. Love to be in touch. Now, let's look at chat really quick. And then I'm going to speed run. And when I say speed run this time, I really mean it. Chat says, oh, God, more spurging. Adam is yucky to me. I mean, I've talked about Adam on the show before, and there have been times when he has came across the wrong way to me. I don't necessarily like everything he says, but would I talk to him, shoot the shit, whatever? Yeah, sure. Danny, most of these people don't wake up till 4:30 p.m. Yeah, I know. I guess, Pest, you're right. Like, that's the problem here. Is that Waterball at 9 is, like, normal for people that are up until 6 o'clock in the morning streaming. Like, one time, I got up for work at 3, like I said, which is abnormal. But, so I'm going in at, like, I'm arriving to work at, like, 4, looking at my phone, and Now Recording is streaming after Edwin had already streamed. This was not too long ago. And I'm like, you guys are still recording when I wake up overnight like this? Like, holy shit, dude. Oh my God. Don't you have jobs? Like, what's going on? I don't know. It was the weekend. That was somebody's justification. It was the weekend. So fair enough. But anyways, more spurging back and forth. Okay. Poland says, PT and Hujon's Spurg fight is distracting Danny from the invite to be on my show. Fluffy, DM me. I'll be on your show. Definitely. I'm sure we could have a great conversation. It'd be funny. We need more positive vibes. Positive vibes in the chat, please. Clara isn't a part of this. I don't think it's fair to make fun of her. I love Clara. I'm not making fun of her. Please don't make fun of Clara if we are. I don't know. I mean, I love Clara, but well, she can also fight her own battles too. I'm not going to say more than that. What do you do for a living, Danny? Stuff. I do stuff. And sometimes that stuff requires me to be somewhere, and sometimes that stuff requires me to be here. So I get a lot of time to like sit at a desk in my office and explore. So that's kind of where I get to do the show a little bit. You know, I can work it into my regular work schedule. If I see something on Twitter here and there or whatever, that's how the show works. I compile during the week when I'm working regular job. Probably not. I mean, luckily I am self-employed. Let's say that. So I don't have to worry about anybody's rules besides my own. Let's see. Hash says, the thing that completely turned me off was him lying about Eugenia Cooney's being at VidCon or whatever it was. Seemed like he was trying to start shit with an easy target. Kind of lame. Yeah, I don't appreciate that. Eugenia Cooney is not a commentary community person, so I wouldn't talk about her in this video, but she's an interesting cat. That is for sure. Or person, I guess. I don't want to miss... What is that? Miss species anyone? Let's see. Weekenderall. I mean, yeah, I wish I had some fucking Weekenderall on the weekends for sure. People are deranged to Eugenia. I agree. Now, we'll look at chat one more time before I go, but let's do this actual speed run that I was talking about. Chris the Narc, not pulling him up. Chris the Narc, if you know about him, he used to work for Keemstar, used to be a producer on there. Chris the Narc, cop of the internet. Chris the Narc, bad take after bad take. Do not like Chris the Narc. The most I wish with him is that we get into some kind of beef where he like calls me fat or ugly or something, and then I really get to have fun. But we have to wait for something like that. Until then, until I have enough clout for him to notice and then start, you know, bashing the way I look or something. Until then, I'll just say that he sucks because he does. And then maybe we'll get along. We'll get into the whole, yes, I'm stirring shit and drama. Yes, I am. Fuck that. Keemstar and packgod, I already brought them up at the beginning, kind of to give you a broader look at what commentary is right now. And Keemstar and packgod, you know, I'd go on Keemstar's show. packgod seems like irrelevant addition, just like Salvo. Don't care about packgod. He gets banned off of every fucking platform he's on, I think. So, again, it seems just like another Salvo, and I don't give a shit. I'm sure that he sucks without even knowing anything about him. I shouldn't say that. Let me walk that back a little bit. Just from association, I guess I will say that. Not expecting much out of packgod. That's what I'll say. That'll be the final word. Jalen at base transpost on Twitter. Jalen, who's constantly getting herself into some heat and trouble and controversy, and about serious stuff too. A young creator doing not bad on YouTube. I mean, look, I'll talk to Jalen whenever she wants to talk. I'll talk about whatever she wants to talk about in terms of some of the craziness. I mean, this video can kind of paint a little picture of how I think about the commentary community, Jalen. If you want to come on and talk shit about the commentary community with me, I would love that. Like, I would love to hear who you are critical of, who you think's a shithead. Because I know a lot of these people pick on Jalen. I mean, deservedly or undeservedly, I don't know. I'm not going to be the judge. But I will say that I'd give Jalen I don't think Jalen's like the scum of the earth, worst kind of person that I wouldn't at least talk to her and maybe hear her out. I mean, she faces a lot of adversity too. So you got to think about that. AugieRFC faces a lot of adversity because I think that he has something wrong in his brain. I do not like AugieRFC. He can suck these nuts.
Wet ass furries with deep wet pussies. A fox pussy cock, man.
That's what I think about AugieRFC. And that soundbite of Bo Blacks, which Bo Blacks were pro Bo Blacks on Clout Route. That clip of Bo Blacks is caused from Chris the Narc not vetting Storyfire before he gave the idea to Bo Blacks to go on there. And then there's fucking furry pussy cock man on the screen. I mean, anyways, gosh, that was a roundabout way of saying fuck AugieRFC. Bunk politics. You know what? I don't know much about bunk politics, but he's a young guy, and if he's interested in politics, and it's good politics, I hope. Who knows? He might be a fucking rednecker crazy. No, I don't think so. I think I'm cool with bunk politics. I would like to talk to the kid sometime and hear his political takes. There's not many people in the commentary community or around it like he is that are vocal about politics or anything. So, I mean, maybe there are and maybe I just don't know them, but that's what I know about Bunk. I'd talk to Bunk. Whatever. He's kind of young. Who knows if he gives a shit about what an old man like me has to say. But Slug, on the other hand, no interest in talking to Slug. I was told not to even give him a chance or a platform. Not really interested in doing so. Go watch a Slug stream if you want. I know he likes Destiny, so there's a pro. He's playing Destiny just like me right now, probably. But a con would be that he like doxes people notoriously. I mean, that's the only thing I've ever heard about him since I've heard about him is that he's a doxer. He's a scum of the earth, shit kicker, blah, blah, blah. He talks a lot of shit on Twitter. I mean, I just will steer clear. And it won't be actively hostile, but, you know, if he comes at me, I will. Ha ha. But that goes for anybody, really. Reverter. The old man that does the morning show like I do. I appreciate him. He's kind of funny. This is an old man chilling, dude. And I think he hangs out with Matt Pitt and Dead on Dave and all them, so it's probably the same kind of show, but I think that's endearing. I hope I'm that old and just like talking shit about commentary people online and just drinking my coffee and have a good time at it. I mean, that's all I wish for myself. Nicholas Diorio. I'm blocked on Twitter constantly. I can't say a word. I can't get a word out. He'll unblock me every once in a while. He does these mass unblocks, and I can't get a word out without getting blocked immediately. I mean, this guy is 100% blackballing the Clout Route podcast, and I'm pretty sure he would admit it too. So, Nicholas Diorio, fuck you, dude, you fucking piece of shit. You'd think we'd get along. You play Destiny, video games. You don't leave your basement. You like Dark Dungeons. I mean, like, come on, dude. You're a nerdy type. I will be nice and friendly to you. We can talk about things. Hell, we can yell at each other about things if you want. Don't block me, dude. I'm not that bad. I mean, God, dude. I save blocks for, like, you're harassing me to the utmost extent. You're doxing me. You're doing this. You're doing that. You're leaving inappropriate comments on everything. You know, I leave comments on some things and try to be funny and, you know, poke fun at Diorio. But if you can't handle a joke, it's like, Jesus Christ, get over yourself. Bo Blacks, though.
Wet-ass furries with deep
You know
wet
where we
pussies. A fox pussy cock, man.
He was the last one on the list. That's why I had to do that again. Anyways, you guys have hung through with the commentary shit-talking stream. I've dropped a lot of heat, talked a lot of shit, didn't spurg out too much, you know. But, you know, I just wanted to put my opinion out there on some of these commentary people. It's just weirdness, you know. The Clout Route, me, Kevin especially. I mean, let me be real. I don't associate with any of these motherfuckers. Not even anybody I talked about today. I mean, barely have talked to half of them. Some of them I've talked to more than others, but barely have talked to most of these people that I spoke about. I'm not friendly. I'm not friends with any of them. I'm not a covert op for any of them. Don't ever be paranoid that the Clout Route is recording or screenshotting your stuff or whatever the fuck, dude. I will talk shit about drama, commentary community people, you know, whatever. But in terms of, like, am I going out and doing legwork that causes half of this drama to happen? No, I'm not. I'm no one's op. We're our own show. I'm here on Thursdays to talk my own shit. I'm here on Sundays to talk shit with Kevin, and he has absolutely no interest in any of this shit. If any of you are fans of our Discord, you have definitely noticed his absence. He's just not an internet-y. Well, I can't say that he's not an internet-y guy because people will criticize that too. He's an internet-y guy. He's just not a Discordian guy. Especially when everyone has constant access to talk to you and to at you and whatever else. He's just not going to engage with it like that. He loves chat for the, 2.5 hours he's here every week. And you can tell that he does because he loves to look at chat. He loves to talk to you guys. He thinks you're funny. But beyond that, I don't think that Kevin's going to be engaging in much of the, commentary community shit. Certainly. He's not going to come on Waterball with me. He's not going to be on an interview with me if I'm talking to Tipster or yada yada. He did with Luke. And I think that was the nail in the coffin on that. He didn't even want to before that, like have people on the show and kind of thing. It was more my idea, me being stubborn. And then after that, he's like, I kind of just really don't want to ever do that again. So I have people on my morning show. If you ever want to come on, shoot the shit, talk shit. And, mostly I'm talking about people that do their own content online, in terms of videos and stuff like that. I'm interested in those kind of people coming on and talking. Big or small, it doesn't matter to me. If you're just somebody orbiting in the community, it's like I don't get anything out of having somebody on to talk shit about somebody else if they don't make their own content, because then the brunt of everything falls on me. It's like if Tipster comes on and talks shit about Edwin, then it's Tipster doing it on my show. It's fine. But if it's like, if it's Hash, if I get Hash on the show and she decides to go ham on like Adam McIntyre, Hash doesn't make content, as far as I'm aware, on YouTube. So, like, there's no way to seek out Hash. It's me having her on my show. So it falls on me as the content creator. I mean, Hash, we're just kidding. You just saw you in chat. This is a hypothetical. But, yeah, I mean, my point is that I don't want to have a random person. I want to have people that make content come on the show, and then you can stand for your own opinion and not just be like a Twitter head. You know what I mean? Let's look at chat and get out of here. Danny sounds unhappy about the direction his chat has taken. I mean, you guys can have your conversations. Fun show. Sorry about the... Fun show. Sorry about the crazy incel guy, Hujan. I mean, I don't know what you guys are talking about. Huge is fine with the Clout route, and so is Parking Tigers. I hope that you guys aren't talking about anything too crazy. Luke says, this is a somber episode. Amber Lily says, Chris is wish-washy with his opinions based on who's in the call. Yeah, I've always thought that he's just sucks. I mean, I could go into it if I really wanted to, but every time I see Chris the Narc in something, it's like bad take, or yeah, he's like clueless. He's very not there in his head. Clueless is a good one. packgod stinks from what I've seen. I would probably agree with that. We love Jalen. No one nails the hard R quite like Jalen. Jalen isn't the worst person. So chat's really coming out for Jalen here today. Let's see. Bunk equals vegan. Interesting. That could be an interesting interview. He could talk about how he doesn't like meat. I think Bunk has very bad politics. Okay, that's scary to hear already, but okay. He's 18. He's a child, so good. I also thought that too. The only reason Bunk is even on my radar is because of CJ Browne almost getting in a fight with him, but then that all got fucked up. So you don't want to become Slug's new plaything. It's scary. I mean, yeah, I agree. I'm just going to steer clear. Slug, have fun with Destiny, my friend. Well, I like that you guys all are out here for me saying like, hey, don't associate with these people. I've only heard Bunk loose arguments about ethical veganism. All right, he can come on and talk ethical veganism. I like that. I like that. That could be a fun conversation. Yeah, for real. Okay. Let's see. Slug 3D prints fleshlights from what I've heard. Ew. August Child says, welcome to my world. I think is when I was referring to Reverter. You know, if I was talking about people that do good content online that are older guys that I appreciate, August Child would be one of them. Look them up on Twitter. But when it comes to commentary people, Reverter, yes, is the nice, like, older guy with his coffee talking shit about these funny things. I hope that I can be there someday. We love Peepaw. Parking says, Nick blocked me for saying healthy body, healthy mind. He's very sensitive. I mean, I'm not surprised by that because, yeah, whatever the fuck I said, I didn't even realize I was saying anything to piss him off. I mean, I think sometimes stuff is lost on Twitter. You know, it's hard to... People just don't get your joke, I guess, and the Oreo doesn't get my jokes, I guess. I didn't say anything like healthy body, healthy mind. I didn't call him a fat piece of shit. Nick fears Danny. I think that's the truth. I really do. I think that's the truth. I think that Nick... Here's me putting myself on the pedestal, okay? I think that Nick knows the kind of people that he can't have a good argument with and preemptively gets ahead of that and is like, well, I don't want to argue with this guy. And he blocked me. He's scared of the heat, dude. He's staying out of the kitchen. Let's see. Parking. He thinks healthy body means skinny body. Shake my head. Small minds. Yeah, we'll hang on that Diorio comment there. Luke says Clout Route is a Luke op. I mean, yeah, that's what I'm trying to say here. We're not an op. No op here. Andy, what's Danny's Discord? If somebody wants to give Pest an invite to the Discord, you are more than welcome. Or Pest, send me a message on Twitter and I can send you an invite. I just assume you're saving anything unsavory, I say, on file somewhere for cancellation. Yes, hash. You don't want to see the hash folder that I have. That's for sure. Nick must have thought that, yeah, Nick must have thought differently about your healthy body, healthy mind, and that's why it blocked you. I agree. Kevin is a cool cat. He is a cool cat. Hash says, I think guest is good. I want to come on to take bong rips and talk mild shit. You know what, Hash? I'll have you on to take bong rips and talk mild shit. If you want, you said you've made one video. Does that count? I like that. One video, I can just refer him. It's this lady, you know. Here she is on Twitter. Here she is on YouTube. If you got any problems with it, go in her comments. Steven part 2 when? Definitely. Anytime. I haven't gotten there yet, obviously. It hasn't been that long since I did the original interview, so we kind of want to space it out a little bit. But yes, I will have Steven on sometime for sure. Bunk, what a guy. Pest says, I don't have Twitter, so I don't know how. You know what? Just if you don't have Twitter, I don't know what to do. We'll have to workshop that. I have to be able to send the link out or something. Maybe I can do it. Let's see. If I go here, Pest, you're in. You're in the Discord. So what am I even saying? We're good. Anyways, no more droning on. You've heard all of my commentary shit. We've got all the chat. Nice to see everyone. Pest, Doggo, Kia Cat, Hash, Parking, Ember Lily, Twitter Geek, Andy Zucchini, Doggo. I probably already said Doggo, but Luke, August Child, everybody. Poland Springs, we love you all. Thank you for coming out today. We will see you all on Sunday if you want to be there. Because Sunday, it'll be me and Kevin, and we're going to be talking about not commentary community shit. So be prepared for that one. Hell yeah, boy. Trying to think of a good soundbite to end it on. How about we end it on Kevin's favorite soundbite? One of the best.
If you need a penis, take a penis. If you have a penis, give a penis.
Think about your fellow penis needer, wanter, or get rid of next time.
If you need a penis, take a penis. If you have a penis, give a penis.
Get on board with Bill Maher, okay? We will see you guys all on Sunday. Later on.